Hey guys, I just wanted to make this video. It's kind of funny. I was gonna get on here and just say, hey, I don't really have the energy to make a video this morning, because I just wanted to share, I guess I wanted to share how things are going in my world, but at the same time, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather and like low energy and that sort of thing, but, I'll be honest, now that I've started here, it doesn't actually feel so bad, and, yeah, I don't feel so bad, so, I don't know, maybe this will be a video or something, but, yeah, there's definitely been some sickness going around and stuff like that in the area, and, I felt like some really crazy, like, congestion, like, in my head, and it's really, really, like, thick phlegm, basically. It's gross. But, like, when I blow my nose and stuff, it's just, like, that really thick stuff, And so, it's a matter of it getting out of there, right? And when does it end? Sounds so pretty. When does it end, and when can you get it all out, right? And so, I was thinking about making some kind of drink. I was thinking about looking into some kind of cleansing drink that, like, helps break up your phlegm and stuff like that. But I've got some Tylenol, and I was feeling a little weak and tired, and just like a little bit of a headache here and there, and just feeling like, I can't do this. Like, I missed class yesterday because of it, one of my classes, and which was the class I had yesterday. But yeah, so it's just kind of like, it's kind of lame. It's kind of lame, but it's not that bad. And yeah, I'm on my way to school, basically. I'm gonna get something to eat somewhere, and keep going. But I'm doing good. I woke up early. I got a lot of good sleep in, and yeah, I had some crazy dreams, but nothing, not bad crazy, just kind of like kind of funny crazy. I'll share a funny part from one of them, though, because I thought it was pretty funny, and I definitely did want to share it. I wanted to share it with someone at some point, so maybe I'll share it with somebody today, but I wanted to share this with you. I was in a Star Wars movie, basically. I was in the Death Star, and I had a friend with me, and we had just come up this elevator, and Darth freaking Vader was standing there with his lightsaber out. And I was like, oh shoot, it's Darth Vader. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Not if I can help it. Let's not die, and let me try to save us while I still can, while we're still alive. Let me try to help us live longer, was my thought at the time. And so I pulled out my lightsaber, or the lightsaber that I had, that was just there, that I just had. And I can't remember if it was blue or green. I'm leaning more towards blue, but it might have been green. I wish it was green, but I think it was blue. And homeboy is big. Darth Vader is big. He's a big dude. He's a big, menacing, mechanical dude. And let's all be honest, we know it's Anakin in there. He's not that scary. It's just Anakin. It's just Anakin on angry steroids, right? And he's partially robotic, so he's kind of slow. But everybody saw how he fought Luke in Empire Strikes Back, so don't even act like you wouldn't be afraid of Darth Vader if he showed up in your face with a drawn lightsaber, or just in your face at all. He is scary. That's the connotation that comes with him. And so he's freaking hacking down, and I'm talking about big strokes, big, heavy strokes with his lightsaber. And I'm just like awkwardly trying to like defend them, and I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna die because I don't know I'm not a Jedi. I can't freaking fight. And I'm just, trying my best to deflect the blows and block the blows. And I felt so off balance, and I felt so awkward. And it's probably using the Force. No, I just felt so off balance. And, but I stayed in there. I stayed in there for like 15, 20 seconds. I'm talking about 5 or 6 blows, probably. Clashes of our lightsabers together. And then somehow, somewhere, somehow, I got one in on him. Like, that doesn't happen, so obviously this isn't a real fight with Darth Vader. I mean, I'm not gonna put myself down, but I got a lightsaber blade straight up under his chin. Right up underneath his chin like that. And it didn't go in. It just kind of hit. And I was like, wait a minute. He should be dead. Like, that should have gone through the mask. He should be straight up dead, basically. And as soon as it hit like that, Darth Vader goes, hey, it's okay, it's okay. Stop, it's okay. It's like, it's all right. And I was like, what? And then I realized it wasn't real Darth Vader at all. Not only was it not real Darth Vader, it was some dude who was playing Darth Vader. And apparently I was on the set of some kind of Star Wars thing. AKA, it wasn't Disney World, but, I don't know, Disney. It wasn't Disney World, but, it was a Star Wars set, and it was like, hey, we're just playing here, guys. We're just playing, right? This is just a game. Like, this is just a fun interaction. You don't have to get serious with it. And so basically he was trying to nicely tell me, whoa, buddy, you're getting a little bit carried away with that lightsaber there. You don't have to try to kill me, okay? It's okay. You win, or the scene's over, something like that. And I was just like, dog, I thought we were fighting for our lives. Like, I thought we were gonna die. And so anyway, it was funny like that. It was just funny. And as soon as I hit his mask like that, I was like, I knew something was off about this. I knew there was something fake going on here. I knew there was something pulling the wool over my eyes somewhere. That's what it was. But yeah, it was just funny. It was funny. And then I ended up walking with some friends outside, and we were walking around this big pit or something. It was like a big pond outside, and everyone was sitting there, and it was kind of dim. But the other thing was, it was all Legos. Everything was Legos, and so like all the people were like Lego people, and so we were there just exploring and looking at all the Lego people and the Lego decorations and the big Lego scenery and everything, taking it all in and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was thinking, like, okay, well, I'm gonna get walking here a little bit, and as I walk, I'll see what we can find on the ground that might be interesting. And I take my cell phone flashlight out, and I'm shining it on the ground, and then I see a crystal that I had thrown on the ground, like a pink, burgundy, pinkish crystal. And I was like, oh shoot. And then all of a sudden, all the Legos, everything that was Legos was not Legos anymore. They were all crystals. And so this is very interesting. This is a very interesting dream because it went deep into the realm of me. Also, there were Pokemon cards in the dream. I remember Pokemon cards. And the night before I dreamt it, I was at the grocery store. And there was a friend there who had missed me so much and was so happy to see me. And I didn't remember him. I was like, who are you, man? I don't remember you, but obviously I have to because you know me, and it's completely without question that you know me. But I don't know you, or I don't quite remember you. So, it was just like that. I was like, man, what is this? Just some really good stuff going on there. But last night the dream was interesting. It covered Legos, crystals, Star Wars, Pokemon cards. It was just interesting, right? It was just interesting. It was interesting. So, yeah, it was interesting. So, but I like that Darth Vader fight. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was something else. And got him right under the chin. And he was like, whoa, buddy, whoa. It's just a game. This is just a ride. This is part of the park, And I was like, dog, I was trying to win, man. I was trying to kill you. I thought you were real. It was like that, So anyway, it was funny. So, yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope everything goes well for you. I am optimistic about the future. Of course, you have to be. But I am optimistic about the future. I'm optimistic about a lot of things. Feeling good about things. But there's also some uncertainties. Well, they're not necessarily uncertainties. They are technically uncertainties, but they're not necessarily uncertainties. That's not like the main focus of it. It's like there's some stuff going on, and there's a person who is in my life and is still in my life, just not in the same capacity, like, at all. And I was kind of throwing around the idea of possibly, I don't know, trying to like fix things with them, between me and that person, and trying to resolve some things. But I'm just not sure. And this is really tricking me because it's really stumping me is what it's really doing, stumping me. Because I feel kind of torn, and I'm trying to follow the spirit here, but I'm also kind of annoyed because it's like this is very intertwined or intermingled with the fibers of my being, and like what I think and how I am as a person, and like, you know, what I believe, me being kind, things like that. Like there's a lot that's intertwined with this concept, and so it is very interesting. And so there's basically some things about this person that kind of throw me for a loop, and they require, and when I experience these things from this person, I can either go, oh my gosh, I am straight up not dealing with that. Like, oh my gosh. Like, and part of every time it happens, I always have a choice, and I'm always aware of my choice. And my choice is always like, well, you know, how do you want to look at this? Do you want to get your feathers all ruffled? Do you want to pretend everything's okay when it's not really okay? Do you want to just give them a free and fair open chance and just put everything else behind you? And it's like that might be, see, I don't know if that's the best option. I'm kind of at a standstill. I don't know which option is the best option. And so what I'm doing is I am taking it slow. I'm not going any direction too soon, too fast. One thing at a time, you know? And this person means well. And they don't have any ill intentions. They mean well, which is a very, very important fact. Because some of the things about them, some of the things that they say, just the way that they are, like they have some things, I'm not sure what to say. They have some differences about them that make them unique. And I mean, like, we're all unique, but these are differences about them that set them apart from most people. And those qualities, there are good sides and there are also bad sides, and it's kind of hard to know. And so whenever I see that quality come up again, I'm reminded of a lot of pain and frustration that I went through with this person. And I mean, a lot of times I think, I'm not doing that again. Or a lot of times I think, like, all right, case in point, that right there, crazy, okay, just crazy. And so, like, a lot of times I look at it like that too, and I don't usually go to that far of an extent, but my thoughts start to go in that direction, and I'm kind of just like, dude, this person is cool. They're sweet. They are, oh my gosh. See, you can say somebody's sweet, but it's like, okay, this person is sweet. However, I feel the pain in my head as I begin to comprehend things with this person, or as I begin to think about what things would be like with this person. I'm very familiar with the way this person functions. I'm very familiar with the way this person operates. And it feels like it will require me. It feels like if I was to, so okay, pretend this is me, right? and I have like, this is a really good and this is a really good explanation. This is me, and this is also me, but this is the me I've been, and this is like, you know, for better or for worse, this is the me I've been. And this is her. I revealed it. It's a girl, but you could have guessed. If I was to go to her, I'd have to leave the me I am, and for better or for worse, behind. It's how I feel. I feel like that's what's required. So in other words, it's hard for me to, because I feel like if I stay how I am, I feel like we're just going to be like, well, you know, oh well, you know, or I don't know. So there's just a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot. It's kind of funny to explain, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do, and I'm not trying to try too hard, because honestly, like, and I just look. This person texts me back once in a blue moon, basically. I texted them on Thursday, and they just now texted me back last night. Excuse me. And so I don't know. I'm looking at it like I'm trying to see where it's going. I'm trying to look at it like I wonder about this. I wonder, what is this? Is this good? What is this? Is this good? Is this good? Is this something I need to look into? Is this something I need to, you know, thinking. And so it's, you know, that's kind of like, yeah, that's what's been going on. That's what I've been doing about it. And so I have some good tendencies that I'm trying to maintain within myself about, like, I'm not going to abandon who I am for someone else. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna abandon, like, me for someone. It's a complicated thing to say. And of course it sounds so basic, like, no, of course, never compromise yourself for someone else or whatever. But what I mean is, like, I don't want to change. That's part of it. I don't want to change. No, I don't want to change, really. And I feel like I would have to be with this person to some extent. And the part that scares me is whether I should or not. Like, does God want me to or not? Or like he gives us choice. But there's times where he's like, hey, I gave you this thing here. There's this really awesome thing. And maybe you need to eat a little bit of humble pie before you can deserve it, or something like that. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to. But like, part of me wonders, like, it's a very nerve-wracking thing, because like, when it comes to like finding a partner, and when you're already, you know, you're starting to get a little bit older, and you don't have kids, you don't have a partner, you know, it's an important thing to me. But I'm learning the bigger picture. I think it's more important to not compromise too much or sacrifice too much in order to get this thing that you want. I think that, I don't know, it's so because that sounds so counterintuitive to me, but in this example, that's how it feels. It feels like, you know what, I am in a place where I don't want to give up the shop. I don't want to give up the farm for this. And I think that's wise. I don't want to give up the farm for this. Like, I don't want to give everything up for this. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. And things with this person before, not to say this person is a bad person or anything, because they're not a bad person, but they just have some things about them where they're just not, this is going to sound so harsh, but they're just not quite right upstairs. They're just not quite right about some things. And I've dealt with a lot of crap in my life, like a lot of people's nonsense. I've been in more than two, but two specifically. Two really rough relationships where it was just not not good, not meant to be, not healthy, and not beneficial for either of us, really. And I mean, at times, in certain ways, they were, but it was short-lived ultimately. And I'm summarizing two different relationships here, but I have dealt with people's nonsense. I've dealt with people's crazy, and I've dealt with people's bullcrap, and it's the kind of bullcrap that makes you question yourself. It's the kind of stuff that makes you ask yourself questions about things. And it is so crazy. Love is such a complicated thing. Why? Why does it have to be such a complicated thing? And maybe I'm just not really, maybe this is just another example of another person that I should not be involved with at all. You know, maybe this is just something that I just should not be involved with at all. Because this person is very loving and is very kind and is very generous. However, they also have a tendency to just straight up destroy you to your face without a second thought. And they're not trying to. They don't mean any harm by it. But I just don't know. It's a very interesting thing when you think about it. Dealing with someone who doesn't exactly have the best sense of empathy. And I know she's probably thinking the same thing about me, because we all have areas that we could get better at, you know, with empathy, as for example, and everything else. But like, she wanted me to, there was something that was really important to her, and this is where we broke up, and this is where we were just not really doing things. This is where things kind of fell off the rocker and everything. And I thought things were going great. I thought everything was working out. I thought everything was great. I had all the faith in the world. I had all the confidence in the world. Things are just going to be great. Everything's going to be great. Things are going to be great. She didn't necessarily feel that way. And the crazy part is that it felt like everything is going to be great. Like, if you just hang in here, I'm hanging in here, so can you just hang in here? If you can hang in here, things are going to be great. Things are going to be more than great. Things are going to be amazing. That was how I saw it, and that's how it seemed to be. And I still kind of, I don't know if I believe that anymore, because things are just so different. And this has really opened my eyes about a lot of things. And if this is truly how she chooses to be, and this is, I mean, you can't change people, and people are who they are. So, but if this is how, anyway, so she just kind of came out of the blue and was like, this is something that's really important to me. I want you to think about this. Can you think about this? And the thing was, with what she was asking me, it was something that made me just go, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, no, no, oh my gosh. Every fiber of my being is going, get out, don't do it. But it was like this thing, and like, me and her, we're a little bit different politically, and she's not even that political. However, she does have some really strong opinions politically, and we butt heads about it because it's like, it's just frustrating. I'm just like, it is so frustrating to talk to you right now. Like, it's so frustrating because, like, we're like water and oil, when we're talking about politics and everything. But the thing is we're both very patient, very kind, considerate, and good listeners and things like that. And but the things that she was saying were so ridiculous that I was just like, first of all, that's not even true. And I tried to tell her, I was like, well, hey, this, and this. And she's going, she couldn't even accept it. She was like, I'm sorry, you guys, this might be so boring. I'm sorry. You don't have to be here listening to all this stuff. This is you don't have to be here listening to this. So this is nonsense. You don't need to listen to this stuff. This is just me talking about something. this is just me, okay? So don't worry about this, or worry about staying in here. But anyway, it was just hard. It was just complicated. It was like I was trying to explain something to her, and she was like, I can't even accept that. And she's like, and she kept saying a lot of things like, well, don't you realize that this, and this? And where's your proof for this, and this? And did you think this, and this? And I'm just sitting here going, oh my gosh. And this is killing me. I'm like, ah. And like, so there's parts of our relationship, which is, we're just friends now, but in the past, there were parts of our relationships, and part of our relationship where it was like, oh my gosh, these things are so awesome. These things are so awesome. And then it starts getting a little bit like, oh no. And so it kind of like, it was like that, you know? It was like, and anyway, it just left me feeling really frustrated. And she was really upset. I mean, in a way, we were just not seeing eye to eye, and I was just like, dude, can we at least talk about it? And she was like, I do not want to talk about it. And I'm just like, okay, so we have this problem, and in order to fix it, she was basically like, well, if it's really, if it is up to you what you do, and it's up to you, you can either look into this thing that you hate, that's really important to me, or not. And so it was really a kind of an unfair juxtaposition, I guess. And it was just like, oh man, like, you're killing me, like, it was just felt like I just had been dealt such a bad deal. And because things were going so great, like I said, things were going so great, things were great. And like, I mean, and deep down, I guess, maybe things weren't so great because maybe she wasn't so happy about this. But it's so confusing when a person seems so confused, or a person seems so lost, and they don't even know, they're just lost, and they're just like trying to figure things out, and they don't even know, they're just straight up lost about things. And I feel like the devil came and whispered in her ear. I feel like everything was going good, and then the devil said, hey, what about this? Yeah, but what about this? And she went, oh yeah, well, and then she just decided to be like, well, you know, this is how I really feel, and, you know, blah, 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 and blah, 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 you know, and that's just how it kind of felt like. That's just how it came across, you know. And so it was just like, dog, this is hard. And I know I'm not a perfect person at all, and I have things that I can improve on. And the question is, where does God want me to improve? And it's scary when another person is there and they're trying to get you to improve in this way, but it takes you out of your comfort zone. It takes you out of like what you're familiar with. It takes you away from who you are, or who you think you are, or who you feel you are. And it's just like, it feels like very awkward. It feels like being uprooted from your home. And I've had enough of that in bad ways in my life that I don't need any more of that. Like, I need someone who's going to basically listen to me and, you know, and see who I am and respect me for who I am. And, you know, that's, you know, I plan to do the same thing, of course. I mean, that's not even a question. Of course, that's what I would do. But I don't need someone who wants me to like go down this spiral and just like she wanted me, and she would act like she didn't want me to. She just acted like it was like it was frustrating because in a way she was upset that I wasn't willing to do it, but she wouldn't admit it. And she was more so, she was like forcing herself to be on the side where she was saying, if this is not what you want, then it is okay. However, I felt like she did want me to want it. And I don't know, it's just a bunch of stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. And some time has passed, a lot of time has passed between me and her, talking and interacting a lot, and like we do a scripture study together from time to time, and she messages me, and when she messages me, it feels good. It feels like, oh snap, I got a good message here. This is a message from someone who like, I don't know, who cares about me, or who may even love me or something like that. It feels kind of good when she sends me a message. But then when I read it, I'm just like, oh man, here we go again, you know? Or I look at it and I'm going, oh man, here it is again. Here it is. This is the stuff. And so it's just kind of hard to make sense of. It's hard to know what to do. So, and I think I'm doing the best thing because I'm taking my time, and I need to pray about it more, but I don't need to let it like overwhelm me or anything, or throw anything in my life off balance, because I am focused on school. I'm doing a good job. I have a lot of things going on, and I feel like she does have a propensity to have to give indiscretionary. This is a good term. She has a tendency to give indiscretionary empathy. And I do too. I have a propensity to do that too, but I've gotten a lot better at that, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. I have set boundaries in my life and in myself where I'm not going to do that, and I know she's doing that too, and she's working on that too, and that's great. But like, I am not going to get in a situation, I don't want to get in a situation where I have the tendency to just take all my life and just throw it away, throw everything away for this person, throw everything aside for this person, and put everything into this person, and dump myself into this person completely. And I just don't want to do that. And like, I like helping people, but like, you have to have boundaries. And I've not been super involved with anyone since her, and I don't know, like, I miss not having a partner. I miss having a partner, and I miss things like that. But I have friends, and I talk to them, and it is what it is. And like, it's everything. All my relationships are kind of fine. All my relationships are pretty balanced right now in my life. I'm not like yearning for anything. I'm not like looking through any of my relationships for more. I'm more so just like taking it how it is, and just being like, this is fine. And so I don't want to get caught up into something that's going to take me out of my, I don't want to get sucked out of my healthy dynamic, is what I'm saying. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you've watched thus far, if you watched any of it, thank you for watching. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching and listening. And if you guys have any thoughts and feelings you feel like sharing, please do so. I'd like to hear it. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it.